How would you describe your first sexual experiences?
Mine would be, I feel like how it is for like most women who are born and raised in India. It was not consensual because a lot of times we are young and we are just children, and then there are predatory men around us who are either groping in public or flashing or masturbating. So like it's almost all the women that I've ever spoken to in my vicinity have told me that like the first time that they encountered a penis, it was not in a consensual setting. So like it was pretty much the same for me. I was in 4th grade, I think, and I was waiting at a bus stop, and this man was on a bike. He saunters into the scene and he just like parks it there, and he just like like unzips and flashes his dick, and I was petrified of that because he also had a really creepy smile while he was doing it. So like more than the dick, the face really freaked me out. So I just like ran back home, and I think I was late to school that day, but I still ended up going to school. But like I remember not talking to anyone about it. It was just like, okay, this is a thing that's happened, but let's not act like this has affected me at all. And yeah, it's like that for a lot of people. But consensually, I feel like my first experience was when, again, I was fairly young, and like I was interested about knowing what masturbation would be like, because I had just watched my first ever porn, and it was like, wow, this is interesting, and they're all seeming like they're having a great time, and maybe we should also try something like this. So yeah, the first time I masturbated was hilarious, awkward, confusing, interesting, and yeah, it was fun. But yeah, those were the two firsts of my life. The one non-consensual rite of passage for Indian women, and one like self-discovery, cute, cool one.
And it's interesting how those experiences then can impact our first sexual experiences with partners.
Yeah.
Both the trauma of having been on the receiving end of non-consensual predatory advances, but
yes.
also the self-discovery from
yes.
discovering your own pleasure.
Yes. Both have shaped how I am intimate with a man. Like it would always play a role. Like the way men touch you, approach you, ask you if you're comfortable, if you're okay, if they are receptive to feedback, like all of that really like comes together. And yeah.
What do you wish you'd known earlier about sex?
That you call the shots. Like you don't have to agree to everything the man is telling you to do. Like you don't have to suck a dick. You don't have to
It isn't a performance.
Yeah, it's not. It's
a talent show.
And it's not like porn. Like someone should have told us early on in our lives that it's not gonna look like porn, feel like porn, or be like porn in any shape or form. Like I remember my earlier experiences, it was just like if making out or whatever, and it was just like I would just moan. I would get and then the guy or whoever I'm with would be like, "What are you doing? Nothing is happening. Why are you moaning?" But I don't know. Like I've seen women do that in like porn, and like isn't that turning
don't you
you
expect
on?
it?
Yeah, isn't that like something I should be doing? And it's just I have realized no, I don't need to be doing it. I feel like it should be like a very
equal
give and take. Like we should talk about what makes us happy and what gets us going. As I'm nearing 30, I've run out of patience for like, you can't figure it out by yourself. Let me tell you, these are the things you should do. This is a checklist. If you hit all of this, then we are good. Like it's been a good experience. If not, then it's cool. I mean, we'll probably not do it again, but like, yeah, it's fine.
What's your funniest sexy memory?
I didn't really know how to kiss when I started kissing people. Then I watched a video on how to kiss, and then I think I made out with the mirror. I tried to like make the faces.
More people than they'd like to admit will have done that, because it's so I feel like it is so normal to worry that you're not worry about being good.
Yes.
And not know what being good means.
How to do that, yeah.
Right? The struggle is real.
The struggle is very real. And it's like, no, I feel like men are expected to be better at it and like lead everything when, especially in a heterosexual setup, but like no, like women should know what they like and what they are good at, like it's
and what works for them.
And what works for them. I personally feel like blowjobs are the one moment in a sexual experience where the woman has a lot of power, and like it is empowering to give blowjobs. You have full control over this person in that moment in time. You can do anything. So like that really like makes
I guess for both parties, oral sex, to provide oral sex
Yes.
is instead of seeing it as some favor you're doing to the
Yeah,
person, it can
should
be something
it
that's
should
quite
be something
empowering.
that is empowering, yeah.
I think men should definitely stop thinking that they're doing women a favor when they're going down on them.
Yeah,
you
men
know?
should also stop saying that I am helping you raise the baby. Like it's your baby also. Like,
Yeah, so many things.
haven't you seen couples where the men are like, I'm helping with the child? You're not helping, it's your child. Like, it's not just...
What a good dad.
Yeah,
he changes the diaper.
He didn't
what a
go
good
to
dad.
work today because he was sat with his child for 2 seconds. Like,
What a good boyfriend. He goes down on me. It's so...
Yeah,
the bar is
we
so low.
We need to stop like rewarding regular behavior that should be decent behavior.
Have you
That's
seen
not
this
like...
account called Awards for Good Boys?
Oh yes, I love
Awards
it. I
for
love it
Good
so
Boys. We need to
much.
stop doing it.
Yeah.
Check out the account.
I want to ask you,
Tell
what
me.
has been the most awkward experience for you? Like, it can be funny and hilarious also.
My most awkward sexual experience. I think early on in my life when, you know, whatever, you're kind of hiding when you're making out with someone because you can't bring them home or you can't go to their house or whatever.
You're sneaking around.
Yeah, like I think we were like getting it on in the back of a car.
Huh.
And in Bombay, there's no privacy anywhere ever. And like a policeman
I know where this
comes.
is.
Oh my God!
Was it-
Whose peace were we disturbing? Like, don't you have better issues to go like
Solve crime.
Yeah.
Catch a thief, sir. What are you doing?
Why are you intruding in my consensual sexual
Yes.
activity and making
This
me
is
feel
great for
ashamed?
me
And
him.
the
What
girl
are you-
feels so much more like she
Yes.
should be ashamed.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I'm saying. Like the person who's catching you will make it a point that the girl feels worse about it than the guy.
Like what kind of woman
Yeah, like,
should be
कौन से
doing
घर
this?
से आए हो आप? आपके माँ बाप ने क्या सिखाया है? क्या संस्कार है? Like it'll just be a line of questioning that is thoroughly misogynistic and patriarchal.
such
Yeah.
just double standard. What is your ultimate sexual fantasy?
I don't have any of those like role play ones. Like you dress up like a schoolgirl and like that. That is not. That just makes me like freak out a little bit. But I don't know. My fantasy, I think, is orgasming. Like that is my ultimate fantasy is to orgasm for women. So yeah.
Oh man, I
Would
wish it
love
wasn't
to.
a fan. It shouldn't need to be a fantasy.
Yeah, would love to experience that regularly and frequently.
For me, my vibrator changed the game. Like suddenly I can have an orgasm whenever
I've been
I
thinking
want.
about getting one.
Get one.
Yeah,
It is
it changes
it is
you.
like the most radical sexual discovery I have had in my
Yeah.
30 years of being alive.
I can believe that.
A dual action vibrator that provides clitoral and vaginal stimulation at the same time. It is.
Like no man can.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's such a drastic
just something
technological
men can't do.
upgrade that I feel like I can't even. It's like going from a bicycle to a Ferrari. I don't know how to
Ooh,
explain.
That has explained it perfectly.
Yes.
You have
Because on
explained it.
average, on a good day, if the guy is super skilled, it will take me at least 30 minutes to come.
Yes.
This thing will like take me there in 3 minutes every time.
3 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's
I didn't even know it was possible. It was
Can you
so
send me a
radical
link
for me.
for
Yes,
this?
yes. Oh my God, I totally will. Okay, last question. To what extent do you think love and sex are related? Do they need to be, if they were a Venn diagram, what would they look like?
they don't even have to touch. Like if it's love and sex, I feel like more than love, it should be trust. Like some basic amount of I implicitly trust you to be in this extremely vulnerable situation with you, and that goes both ways. Like men and women should both be able to trust each other, even if they are strangers. Like even if you're with a stranger and it's a one night stand, you should be able to just get some things right. Like, are you okay with this? Are you comfortable? Are you okay? You should keep checking in like regularly. And yeah, like love does make sex better and like it's more intimate. You have more feelings involved, but it can also, like if you're in love with a person and then if you go the next step, which is monogamy, then in the long run it can also be boring. So like it doesn't always mean that if you're in love then your sex will be amazing. Like it could be, it couldn't be. More than love, I feel like it should be trust. Thank you so
Thanks so
much
much for
having me.
being here.
Thank you.
Follow Srishti on Instagram. Watch all her content. She's amazing. You probably watched it already.
And in the comments, you can tell us what's been your weirdest like sexual experience.